What's happened in the last 2 weeks?
Turns out, quite a lot.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we have got ourselves a brand new Qatar World Cup update of all the madness that's been going on in the last week or so. And there's been a lot. Some things that's funny, some things that's quite serious, and some things that's just stupid. If you guys do enjoy, comment down below and subscribe if you're new, and let's get straight into it. And of course, throughout the World Cup, the channel has been sponsored by Hitch. Hitch is a go-to place on iOS or Android for all your World Cup needs, because this is a great place to work your little noggin. What is Hitch, you may say? Well, Hitch is a platform where you can go and do World Cup quizzes, World Cup predictions, but with a twist. On Hitch, there's currency, which is called Hitch coins, and it may sound like it's very complicated, but it's really not. By successfully predicting World Cup quizzes and also by successfully predicting World Cup games throughout the entire tournament, you win Hitch coins, and the better that you do, the more coins that you obtain. Now, what are these coins? These coins can be withdrawn for real life money. So for example, I'm currently doing a quiz right now, and for example, I'm doing the Wales versus the England quiz, which is a game for tomorrow. Which one is the Wales football crest? You know which one that is, of course. For which club did Rooney play the most during his career? Of course, Manchester United. And you can make these quizzes as easy or as hard as you possibly can. How many times has Wales ever took part in the World Cup? Which for some people could be quite hard. Of course, I know that it's actually 2, which is the correct answer. But for some people, they may not actually know that. And just like that, when the quiz is done, I got 100%. Obviously, and then you claim your rewards, and then when you're done, you can go over to the next quiz. If you guys have any spare time for the World Cup, I'd highly recommend this. Link is down below at top of the description for Hitch, and I hope you guys do enjoy. How the f did Mason Mount play the entire 90 minutes in that USA game? You are trying to tell me that every single person on that pitch can get subbed off, other than Mason Mount. This is the most disgraceful thing I've seen so far this tournament, and there's been a lot of disgraceful things. And apparently he's starting tonight against Wales, according to reports. I mean, if I don't laugh, you cry, honestly. Also, when I'm seeing Jude Bellingham get subbed off for Jordan Henderson, then I expect Henderson to play a deeper role. I saw Jordan Henderson play as a number 10. The least said about that, the better. On to more serious matters. In the Portugal versus Uruguay game last night, there was a pitch invader with a lot of messages, and it was this man right here, if you have not seen the images. This lad, who by the way has a Ukrainian tattoo on him, so I can only presume that he is indeed a Ukrainian, that ran on the pitch with a shirt with on the back says "Respect for Iranian woman," of course in response to the Masa Amini protests in Iran. On the front of saying "Save Ukraine," which of course is something which is widely accepted, carrying a pride flag across the pitch and dropping it on the center. As far as I'm aware, I don't know any updates about where this guy is and how he's doing. I can only hope that he is doing okay. I don't know what the exact rules are in Qatar for pitch invasions, especially when it involves things alongside this. And of course, during TV coverage, you couldn't really see him because, of course, they purposely don't show them. And this is what it looked like on the pitch. He dropped the flag in the center and then got took out rather well. Quite a decent tackle that was, I must say. Get that man in rugby league. Look at that. That's solid, to be fair, that actually. Also in the news, there is a bit of beef going on that Lionel Messi simply is taking off his boot in the dressing room, and in the process, he just kind of flicks a Mexico shirt on the floor, which then leads to the entirety of Mexico demanding war crimes on Lionel Messi. Cancelo Alvarez, of course, a massive boxer in the boxing world, and of course he puts out many tweets. Apparently, if Cancelo sees Messi, then he's going to beat him up. I mean, the World Cup is something incredible, I've got to say. By the way, if you actually are angry at Messi for this, then number 1, you need to grow up, and number 2, you need to grow up. Also, during the South Korea-Ghana game, there was this boy right here, this absolute lad, who thought, why not take a selfie with Heung-min Son when he's crying? Yeah. My guy is there trying to take a selfie with Heung-min Son, bro. I can't believe the balls in this guy. I love the coach that taps in like, come on, grow the f up, man, seriously. And it wasn't only him that had absolutely no chill. There's this Ghanaian man that was in the crowd, of course, at the game, who makes himself quite known with the South Korean fans. Completely, just no respect on them right there. They are very awkward in this situation, I can't imagine this. Like, you know what, man? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm salty and jealous or whatever, but I can't imagine anything worse than being at a World Cup, like, in the stadium. I think it looks like hell. Because, unless if you are in, like, a small pot of the ground, unless if you're, like, Wales and, like, you organise it yourself to all be on one pot of the ground, like, you were usually surrounded by completely randoms who's not even there for you and come to just random neutrals. And the other opponent's fans. I can't imagine anything worse than being at a football game and like the guy next to me or in front of me is like the fan of the other team celebrating when we concede. Especially at a World Cup where you're probably going to be a bit more emotional than if it's just your normal club team. I cannot imagine anything worse. Like, I'm one of them that when like my team concedes, I just go quiet. I just go quiet and I just want to be like in my shell and just not think about it. And this just looks like hell to me. And of course, I can't ignore this, that one of the most serious issues and events at the World Cup was during the Germany-Japan game, when Japan beat Germany 2-1, and before the game, Germany did this before the game kicked off. And the point of it was that they have no voice, and that was a symbol that they was trying to get across here. Of course, the fact that they lost didn't go down too well, and of course, for the Qatari people, They didn't like it at all. They didn't like it so much that images of Mesut Ozil, and there's much more than just this one guy, in response to when Mesut Ozil said that when Germany wins, he's German, when Germany loses, he's an immigrant. It looks like the people of Qatar did not take what the Germans said very well. I am quite interested on your thoughts on this specifically, about what do you think about this. I mean, the Germans, they did it in the first place, so the people of Qatar do have the right to respond back, and I say this is quite a respectful way of doing it, and it is quite valid as this is what has happened in the past with German football. This is their way to call out their hypocrisy, I imagine. Oh yeah, remember when I said that I can't imagine anything worse than being at a World Cup game surrounded by other teams' fans? This is the reason why. I can't imagine anything worse. Honestly, unless I'm being paid to do it, unless I'm being paid flights, tickets and all to be at a World Cup, I can't imagine anything worse than being at a World Cup when this happens. It is also kicking off in the Belgium camp that a couple of days ago, De Bruyne said it in a press conference. When he was asked about can he win the World Cup, he said, "No chance, we're too old. I think our chance for 2018, we have lost too many key players." And then after the loss to Morocco, for Belgium, Vertonghen said in his interview that I guess we attacked badly because we're too old up front. Yeah, I don't think that's going well. Also, from the Belgium and Morocco game, it all kicked off in Brussels, in Belgium, and not by Belgians, but by Moroccans. By Moroccans that live in Belgium, they set fire to the streets. I don't understand what's happening here. There's just cars on fire in the streets for absolutely no reason. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about this one. I'm not fully well aware about the politics of Belgium, and I imagine this is going to create quite a lot of conversations in the media for the next couple of weeks. I just don't understand why by winning a game of football you destroy cars in the country that you live. I mean, I really do not understand. I really don't. Today, England plays Wales as well. If England loses by 4 goals and we are being knocked out of the World Cup potentially, we should be fine. For fuck's sake.